This is the NSPN Prep Update, a weekly look at scores, highlights, and stories from across the state. We go to the NSPN studios. Here's your host, Ryan Phelps.
Hello and welcome to the NSPN Prep Update for December 8th. Coming up on today's show, we dance the night away with some video from a great event. We're back on the mat with some of the best wrestlers in the state, plus basketball and hockey highlights from another thrilling week. Justin Barrientos joins us with a feature on a girls hockey team trying to get back on top. And our school snapshot takes us back to the days of the James Gang. But we start on the hardwood and a great matchup in southern Minnesota. Pine Island versus Byron. Bears with the early lead. Todd gets the rebound off the free throw miss and passes in transition to Hayden Landsworth, who makes quick work of the three-point shot. Byron holds on to win 72-65 over Pine Island in their season-opening game. Edina versus Park Center. Hornets looking like a mid-season team in their opener. Vincent Cronin decides against a drive to the block and instead passes up top to Mason Mose, who is good on the triple. Edina wins 78-45. Stewartville versus Lake City. Close matchup in the second half. Stewartville up by one after a Lake City bucket. Charles Berger to Lucas Nelson for a three. Stewartville would need all of those and then some as they win 62-59. Lakeville North versus Eastridge. Raptors inbounding, and Cedric Tomes looked like he would take his time on this possession, but he hits the accelerator and delivers a great no-look to Graham Sane. Raptors win 68-62. Wayzata versus Minneapolis Washburn. After a free throw miss, Max Bininga grabs the rebound and heads into transition. Bininga can't get the layup to go, but Christian Wiggins seemed to sense that at the three-point line and darts in for the flush. Wayzata moves to 2-0 with an 80-45 win. On the girls' side, Cretin-Durham Hall finished third in the state last year, led by then junior Sage Gilbert. She's back this season with some returning younger talent, hoping to recapture the magic. Cretin-Durham Hall versus Park. Under 2.5 minutes left, with the Raiders up by 9. Good passing along the perimeter sets up Sage Gilbert for a good look at a three-point shot that she easily knocks down. Raiders win 48-37, snapping an early two-game losing skid. Royalton versus St. Cloud Cathedral. Saying Sadie Meyer had a great night is an understatement. The Cathedral senior finished with this three and 39 points overall, setting a new school record. The previous single-game school record of 38 points was held by two players, Laurel Meyer in 1980 and Laura Henry in 1997. Crusaders win 75-68 in overtime. Wilmer versus Alexandria. Defensive battle in Alec. Katie Hennessy drains a three-pointer, causing a timeout to be called, but Alexandria would hold on to win in their season opener, 48-41 over Wilmer. Lake City versus Stewartville. Stewartville taking advantage of miscues early and often in this game. After a Lake City miss, Morgan Arendt leads the break and passes off to Leah Hebel for three. And Stewartville makes a statement, 86-43 over Lake City. Marshall versus Belle Plaine. Belle Plaine kept this close as long as they could, but Marshall is hoping to get back to the state tournament again this year. Reese Drake fakes the pass, then drives herself for the layup, and Marshall wins 73-43. Marshall has won their first 3 games this season. Coming up on the NSPN Prep Update, Blake wants to get back to being the best. We'll hear from some of their stars, plus hockey highlights. But first, it's trivia time. Which school has the most dance team state championships? The answer, plus dance highlights, when we return.
New journey.
Division 3 straight to Division 1.
New energy. Same standard.
The Tommies have climbed to the peak of the summit.
And your Pioneer Football League champions wear purple and gray.
No limits. Welcome to St. Thomas Athletics.
Support your teams and community with NSPN.TV. Enjoy exclusive coverage from summer town ball to high school championships. Plus, feature stories and podcasts that bring you closer to the action. Stay connected with NSPN.TV, your neighborhood sports network.
Welcome back to the NSPN Prep Update. I'm Ryan Phelps. Your trivia question was, which school has the most dance team state championships? The answer is Eastview with 23 titles, up to and including last year. They're followed closely by Totino Grace, then Wayzata. The dance season is off and kicking, with competitions going on all across the state. We had our NSPN crew out at a number of them this past week. In Class 3A competition at the Chanhassen Invite, Brainerd came away with the win in high kick with a scoring total of 3. In the jazz competition, it came down to a double tiebreaker, but Brainerd earned the AAA sweep, just edging out Eastview, both scoring 5. In the AA competition, it was another sweep, this time in favor of Sartell. The jazz team from Sartell won with a score of 4, while the Sartell high kick won with 3. It's no secret that Minnesota wrestling is among the very best in the nation. At large schools and small, when the lights flip on, the fans flip out. Triangular meet at Benilde St. Margaret's with Minneapolis Camden and Chaska Chan. Stormhawk senior Michael Gillette taking on Elijah Jones-Smith at 189, and Gillette gets the quick takedown and dominates the match with a quick pin and win. Chaska Chanhassen defeats Camden 72-6. They also beat the host Benilde St. Margaret's 78-0. Stewartville versus Zumbrota Mazeppa. 127-pound weight class battle between Cade Walters of Stewartville and Jet Beyer of ZM. Beyer gets a takedown and a headlock and holds on for the fall. Cougars win the meet 62-9 over Stewartville. At the New Prague Trojan Invite, after a long day of competition, a milestone for Trojan junior Owen Johnson. He gets the pin over Will Johnson of Elk River. It's the 75th career win for Owen Johnson as he helps New Prague win 53-9. Trojans win all 4 of their matches at the Invite. Blake Girls Hockey, a program that has been on top. And as Justin Barrientos explains, they're on their way back.
Here at the Blake School Ice Hockey Arena, history is all around. It's in the lobby, it's on the walls, it's even in the rafters of the old-style wood ceilings. And for head coach Christy King and this year's Bears girls hockey team, they hope to write a chapter of that history for themselves.
When I first got here, the program wasn't necessarily in the same place it's always been. And so building it back up to be what the standard of Blake girls hockey has always been was really important to me, but also creating a culture that every kid is super proud to be a part of.
We're a really close team, and I think we just we really love playing together. We love pushing each other and competing with and against each other in practice.
I think we have a really good team this year. We have a lot of younger kids as well as a lot of seniors, and I think it's a good combination, and we're ready for the rest of the season.
Janie McGowan and Hannah Jones are senior captains on this team. McGowan has been the goalie since her freshman year, and as of these interviews had over 2,200 saves in her career, which means she has a chance to make 3,000 saves by the end of the season.
I have nothing but amazing things to say about her just as a kid in the locker room, but she's also one that comes here and has breakfast club at 6 a.m. and gets on the ice with goalie coaches, and then is here ready to get on the ice early after school. So she works really hard. I think she's the best goalie in the state. I think getting to 3,000 career saves is a major milestone, and I think she can do it.
I mean, I feel like I don't really count stuff like that. I just save the next puck, but it's definitely fun. I just love stopping pucks, so it's good to have a high number there.
Senior Hannah Jones started the year by doing something she had never done, score a hat trick.
Yeah, that was really cool. I mean, Hannah just is a kid that also comes to the rink every day with a smile on her face. She works hard, and it was fun to see her just put a couple pucks in the net. She's always going to crash hard. On our team, we just say ugly goals are beautiful because they go on the scoreboard the same way, and she's able to score those pretty finesse goals, but she's not ashamed to get in front of the net and score those, dirty grinder goals. So.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was in the first game. I mean, as you said, I've never got a hat trick in high school before, but yeah, I kept scoring. It was fun, having fun with my line, and then it just happened right away. I was like, it just kept happening.
Blake is looking to get back to the top of the girls' hockey mountain and earn their first state title since 2017.
Our goal is to get 1% better so that in February we're playing our best hockey. I think we could get a 20-win regular season. Our goal is to make it out of our section, win, 3 section games, and compete in a state tournament. I think it's just who's going to be playing their best hockey in February.
At the Blake School Ice Hockey Arena in Hopkins, Justin Barrientos, NSPN.TV.
We have more hockey on the other side of the break as we look at the top girls and boys games from last week. Plus, our school snapshot brings us to a town with cows, colleges, and contentment.
There's a new destination for all things Minnesota high school sports. It's called Strib Varsity. It's from the Minnesota Star Tribune, so you know it's trusted. With a deep bench to cover all of Minnesota. We've rebuilt and relaunched our MM Prep hubs and added more sports. Stories, streams, stats, scores, schedules. We have it all at Strib Varsity. Subscribe today at startribune.com/stribvarsity.
Orono is a regular these days at girls' state hockey. They're well tested come tourney time as they face tough competition all season. Dodge County versus Orono. If you haven't seen the United Heroes League rink in Hastings, the site for Hockey Day Minnesota, just watch this highlight. Tie score, third period. Orono controlling the puck. Sydney Anderson takes his shot, and off the rebound, Alex Christian nets the game winner. Orono victorious, 2-1. River Lakes versus Cloquet-Esco Carlton. Stars up 1-0 after a power play goal. They're on the advantage again in the second period. Addie Olson with a shot in front of the net, and there for the rebound and the putback is Peyton Roski to lift the Stars to a 2-0 lead. They win on the road 3-1 for their third straight. White Bear Lake versus Eastridge. A lot of scoring late in this game. Third period, White Bear Lake's Madeline Lee had just scored to tie the game at 3, and mere seconds after the ensuing faceoff, Lillian Pohl gets the wraparound goal that turns out to be the game winner. Raptors win 5-3. Proctor Hermantown versus Blaine. Mirage looking to get on the scoreboard in the second period. This is hard to see, but Ashley Pruce will send one netward, and it will deflect through the defense and into the net to tie the game. Proctor Hermantown gets their 5th win of the season, 2-1 over Blaine. Breck versus Warroad. Warroad wearing jerseys in support of truth and reconciliation on past trauma of the Native American people. Olivia Anthony, top of the right circle, assists Jaylee French, who quietly approached the left side of the goal. That would be the game winner. Warroad prevails 3-1. Lauren Grosso of Rochester, Mayo retired in 2016 as the winningest high school hockey coach in Minnesota history. His 707 wins held up until he was passed last season by Mike Randolph. But the Spartans carry on, trying to get back to their glory days. Rochester Mayo versus New Prague. Trojans up by 1 in the third period with around 4 minutes left to play. Spartans have the puck. Joseph Villarama looking to set up Oliver Birch in front of the net. Second chance by Ethan Daniels, but Joey Close, standing tall, blocks all chances and gets the shutout win, 1-0 over Mayo. Robbinsdale Armstrong Cooper versus Benilde St. Margaret's. Early on, Red Knights with the lead at home. Keegan Davis picks up the puck in the neutral zone and turns on the Jets. He spots Mason Smith, who was waiting at the blue line to trail. Right spot, right time goal for Smith and the Red Knights. They go on to win 9-1. Edina versus St. Louis Park. The Hornets uncharacteristically stumbled out of the gate, but looking to make up for it with a big lead over St. Louis Park. Great passing from Tucker Johnson to Brady Peterson, setting up Bodie McConnell in the slot. One of 5 goals for McConnell. Edina wins 9-3. Grand Rapids versus Warroad. Warroad boys also honoring the Native American community with special jerseys. Avon Hotvet behind his own net looks up ice and sees Gavin Anderson breaking away. He's interfered with in the process, but finds a way to get the goal, and Warroad comes away with a 3-1 win. We've got some great action coming up once again this week on NSPN.TV. On Tuesday, boys basketball, 5th-ranked Cretin-Durham Hall takes on Woodbury. On Wednesday, one of our Strib varsity featured games, girls hoops, Wayzata at Minnehaha Academy. Friday night, more boys hoops, 10th-ranked Eastridge hosting Moundsview. And some hockey on Saturday. For the girls, number 1 Hill Murray hosting Cretin-Durham Hall. And how about this matchup for the boys? 6th-ranked St. Thomas Academy at number 2 Hill Murray. It's time for our school snapshot. That's when we get to know the town, schools, and communities outside the playing field. Today, we visit a town known for stopping a bank robbery. Northfield High School was established in 1910 when the population of students grew too big for the original schoolhouse, which was built in 1876. The current building was opened in 1966, but has been renovated several times since. The city of Northfield is located south, just outside the metro. 1,216 students populate Northfield High School, who excel in the classroom. In 2023, 76% of those that took advanced placement exams scored high enough to earn college credit for their courses. Students have 16 AP classes to choose from, and 99 students earned honors for those classes. New students to the school are welcomed with the Link Crew Transition Program, which matches a junior or senior with an incoming freshman to help them with their first day of school and checks in on them throughout their first year. Extracurriculars at Northfield include music, drama, clubs, and athletics. The Raiders have won 9 Minnesota State High School League team championships. The community celebrates its historical roots with the annual Defeat of Jesse James Days, held the weekend after Labor Day. The celebration commemorates local citizens who helped defend the robbery of the First National Bank of Northfield by the James Younger Gang in 1876. Northfield Principal Chris Dibble tells us more about the community.
Yeah, so as you come into town, you'll see that it says Northfield, cows, colleges, and contentment. You know, it's kind of an agricultural-based community that's on the outskirts of the city. So we also host two colleges in Carleton and St. Olaf that bring a lot to the community. And I think if you come here, you know, you have your small town feel with a lot of access to the big city.
That'll do it for this episode of the NSPN Prep Update. We'll be back with more next week. For Jake, Hannah, JB, and the rest of the NSPN crew, I'm Ryan Phelps, saying so long from the Neighborhood Sports Network.